Glad you're here again. The next speaker is already awaiting, and he's here to talk about enhancing marketing through the synthesis of human and machine intelligence. Please welcome Dr. Steffen Schmidt.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, Steffen is a proven expert in the interface between neuroeconomics, brand management, success factor research, and artificial intelligence in marketing. And for us at iSquare, he is a fellow researcher, but more importantly, he's also a friend and a teacher for more than 15 years. And with his background in psychology, we learned a lot from his economical, causal, and modeling perspective. And if you, for example, connect with him on LinkedIn, it is promised that you will learn a lot. Because when you go on his profile, for example, the first thing that pops up is also a lecture. It says, correlation lets you down, only causality ensures survival. Yes, with that being said, please, Steffen, take the stage.
Thanks so much. Yeah, thanks so much, everybody. Thanks so much, iSquare, my family. It feels like a family for more than 15 years, I think now, 9, something like that, to be here and to celebrate this special day with you together. And today I would like to speak about System 3. You missed System 3, but anyway, Michael was already talking a little bit today, this morning, about System 1, 2, and 0, and today I would try to enhance a little bit with regard to System 3 in order to show the synthesis of human and machine intelligence. That's me. And in this context, especially, thank you very much, or thanks so much, iSquare, for providing me all the technologies and your expert knowledge over the last 15 years, because that's why, one of the reasons I really could push the boundaries in terms of I would like to provide to my clients, as well as in academia, evidence-based insights. In this context also, thank you very much, Michael, for the friendship over the last years, and I would like to provide you a small present. This is the... Yes. The KI Garage, the AI Garage, I'm going to run together with Carsten Baumgart. He is one of the next speakers since 1.5 years, and there we try to develop or investigate where we can apply AI in marketing and as well as marketing research. In this context, with regard to AI, I just would like to motivate, be like David Guetta. So stay curious, not uncertain about AI, stay curious, and yeah, be like David Guetta.
This is the future rave sound. I'm getting lost in an underground. This is the future rave sound. I'm getting lost in an underground.
Eminem, bro. There's something that I made as a joke, and it works so good I could not believe it. I discovered those websites that are about AI. Basically, you can write lyrics in the style of any artist you like. So I typed, write a verse in the style of Eminem about future rave. And I went to another AI website that can recreate the voice. I put the text in that, and I played the record, and people went nuts.
And I like it really that he, as a professional, combines AI to create something new. And at the same time, we quite often surprised as Timbaland. This is quite new. The other one is 1.5 years old. Here, Timbaland has created some songs during the pandemic, 2021, around that time, and he never finished that. And now they put his music into Zuno. Zuno is a platform to generate AI-based music, and look at his reaction.
You heard me say I want a female singer on this track. You went to Zuno. Okay, let's hear it.
Put your
did that thing know how to space? Is it? I don't think it's saying lyrics yet, right?
No, I think it's just tones.
Like
It's just tones.
So it detects cadence. How did it get the cadence? You understand, like, as a creator, as a producer, every beat that I do.
So he really knows how to make music, right? So he's a producer, he's a singer, and still he's surprised about the competence and capabilities of AI, right? And since especially Michael is loving music, as we know, right? I try to be myself creative in terms of music, but I don't have any skills in that. So I used Suno and I used ChatGPT to create a song, special song for the day. And this is a song.
Ideas flow, stands a beacon where real insights forever grow. I swear, for a quarter century, you've been the eye with which we all see clearly. 25 years of change and success, will these projects you impress? I swear, leading the way in the art of human understanding, day by day. From neuromarketing to user experience, your insights are profound, they make sense. Leading the charge in state-of-the-art technologies, I swear you set the pace. 25 years of change and success, with these projects you impress. I swear, leading the way in the art of human understanding, day by day. From neuromarketing to user experience, your insights are profound, they make sense. Leading the charge in state-of-the-art technologies, I swear you set the pace. In every study, every trial, you uncover what really drives human behavior. Passion and wisdom, hand in hand, I swear built on great expert plan. 25 years of change and success, with these projects you impress. I swear, leading the way in the art of human understanding, day by day. Here's some more to the years to come, with a curiosity that's never known. I swear, continuously inspiring us, a beacon of science without a fuss.
Thanks to Suno. Yes, this evening you can download it on Spotify, right? So. Okay, perfect. Yeah, now in 2024, we get thanks to ChatGPT, AI is everywhere, right? So, and when we take a close look to the Gartner hype cycle, we can find something like generative AI, everybody's talking about. Before we heard the talk about by Dirk Steffens about creativity, but we also all other terms like synthetic data is a big topic coming up. We do have something like the decision intelligence, causal AI is a big topic for myself, and as well as multi-agent system. We can take a bigger look at the emerging technologies, then we find something else, generative AI, of course. Also reinforcement learning is quite prominent right now. I'll show you some examples later to teach or to train your own models. Not just to use ChatGPT, but to use your personal ChatGPT version, so to say. Autonomous AI agents, multi-agents, the digital twins as a specific topic of the synthetic data, and last but not least, human being robots. Okay, becoming expert, but not in Germany maybe, because when we check out the surveys in this regard, this is from May this year. We can see only 1 in 5 German people say, oh, I have really skills related to AI. So the majority doesn't have none, at least from their own perspective. That might explain when people ask people like, will AI change your job within the next 3 to 5 years? The Germans are the one? No, probably not. I'm not that sure. Huh? I would say, yeah, there's a big going on at the end. So, but maybe it's related to low knowledge and no anticipation what will be happening in the future. This is a nice analysis by Concept M. Dirk is there. He presented it a couple of weeks ago, and they analyzed, Concept M analyzed the different kind of AI acceptance stages. So we have the first stage one, uncanny fascination. Oh, there's something new going on, great, etc. Then there's the next stage, fear and demystification. Ah, come on. It's not really working. So, for example, I heard a lot of times AI are hallucinating, or they can't create pictures. Every time it's 6 fingers or 7 fingers, but not 5 fingers, something like that. So now it's not really working. Stage 3 is the appropriation for self-optimization, and stage 4 is the stage developing into an AI professional. Carsten and I, we had a nice seminar 2 days ago at the German Association for Brands, and I was surprised. I thought many people are sitting in this stage 2, but those people, we had 14 people, 15 people around, experts, they have been in the stage 3 already. That was really a great workshop, great webinar, seminar, and I hope you already are here in the stage number 3. Maybe becoming stage number 4, becoming an AI professional. Is AI overhyped? I don't know. Is AI underhyped? I don't know. But what I can say, like Ethan Mollick, AI can't be stopped. It's there. And he says, we are absolutely at a place where if AI development completely stopped, we would still have 5 to 10 years of rapid change absorbing the capabilities of current models. 5 to 10 years. I would say maybe more than 5 to 10 years, because when we reflect how long they took about the digitalization, maybe 15 years. But now we would stop still 5 to 10 years, right? And integrating them into an organization and social system. So you can't stop it. It's there. For example, what I really like now is the latest model in terms of generating pictures. For example, Flux, which came out 6 weeks ago. I was a little bit not sad, but I tried to create my dog, right? And it's a Tamascan. And every time I ask the machine, can you create me a Tamascan dog? It's like this one. It's close to a Tamascan, but it's not a real Tamascan. Now I can teach the machine via reinforcement learning to generate a real Tamascan, my own Tamascan. This is Thala. This is the original picture. I have uploaded around 20-25 pictures to the machine, waited 45 minutes, paid $3, and now I can create my own Tamascan. Thala, perfectly. Right? The development is going on quite quickly, and if I try to be creative, for example, I try to create in the style of Top Gun, as one of my favorite movies, forever. It's looking like that. Or another one, so I said here, have a great burger by In-N-Out. Upload the picture, not perfect, but it will become perfect, and you see the capabilities of creativity, etc., etc. With regard to the production readiness, this is a nice post by Boris and Dahl. So use also to train the machine to recreate a precise picture. For example, in this case, the Mercedes-Benz, right? So he uploaded also 40 pictures around, trained the machine for a couple of hours, reinforced it a little bit, and now without flying to Patagonia, you can have a nice shooting for advertisement, etc. Great, the capabilities are so fast, and everybody can use it now. LoRa models have been available since 2 years, but back in the days, that means before 6 or 8 weeks ago, it was quite difficult, even for me, to teach it via LoRa. Now you can go to a platform like Replicate or Fall AI, upload your picture, press a button, wait a couple of minutes, maybe 2 hours, it depends how many pictures you have uploaded it, and now then you can create your own precise pictures. That means at the end, the time is over with 6 fingers, now we have 5 fingers, thanks to this kind of progress. AI has kickstarted the 5th industrial revolution, so we're moving from the digitalization into the personalization. I don't like the word personalization, so that's why I choose augmentation. I increase my own capabilities. That means at the end, the 5th industrial revolution is the stage where humans and machine combine their capabilities in terms of augmentation. And it's going to work. There's one of the favorite studies by Carsten, right, Carsten? So this is was running last year. Close to 800 marketing consultants of Boston Consulting Groups have been divided in different kind of groups. So one group was not able to use ChatGPT. Another group was able to use ChatGPT, and the third one was on top teach to the specific topic of branding and the AI system. And here can we see the results in terms of quality. The both groups with regard who are capable to apply ChatGPT AI have been way better than the group without. And on top, if you have been trained to a specific topic and to ChatGPT in this case, you have increased on top a little bit on top in terms of your performance. So that's why I like the quote by Thorsten Tomczak. He said, "Now with AI, everybody can be average." And so my parents can create a brand book. To be excellent, you have to apply your own natural intelligence combined with the intelligence of the AI to reach excellence. Yeah, and we can see also an evolution from system 0, perception. This is a term Michael created. Intuition, system 1 and system 2. This is a framework by Kahneman. And I say now, maybe we are in system 3, augmentation. And what is the process behind? Yeah, it's amplifying my capabilities. It's synergistic, it's adaptive, it's decision-driven. And especially here with regard to the feedback, we have a constant human-machine feedback. Or we can have that. I provide information to the machine provides me back information, so this is a nice feedback mechanism at the end. What are the key elements of system 3? First of all, you are some kind of blank color. You know the term blue color, white color. Now it's another one, the blank color, right? So it's really the adoption and hybrid worker who uses the AI technology as a second layer, so to say. Then system 3 is also decision-driven, as I said. It's not about having data and getting an answer. The most important stuff, from my perspective, is to apply AI that you have a concrete goal, a decision to solve, right? Not just to start. What kind of a problem I would like to solve? And that starts with a decision, question, data, and answer. Also, you need system thinking. System thinking means that you have to understand how the overall world is more or less created. Not just to focus on one single point, different kind of points. It's called system thinking. And last but not least, AI is your co-intelligence at the end. This is a great book by Ethan Morlick. And I would like to focus on two things here. We don't have to talk about tasks. We are moving from tasks to systems. That means, for example, as a photographer, I'm not only responsible to shoot some pictures for the brand I'm working for, I also have to understand what kind of consistency behind the pictures is needed to create a brand impact, right? And at the same time, we are moving from systems to jobs. That means at the end, even though I have now a nice campaign, the campaign has to deal with the overall brand impact in terms of brand management. You have to understand the concept. Once you understand this kind of concept, you define or you have a new position. So, for example, with regard to the photographer, very good colleague of mine, he was working for BMW, Credit Suisse, Rival, etc. And back in the days, he was labeled himself as professional photographer. Now he calls himself as a visual strategist because he's doing the whole process. The whole process. It's a different kind of working. And now he increases his capabilities and his performance at the end. So how does it look like? Our first question is system 3. Can we use AI for research? Yes, we can. Here's an example. This is a task by Kahneman, and it's read the following sentence and write down 5 associations that come to your mind spontaneously. And the sentence is, after spending a day exploring beautiful sights in the crowded streets of New York, Jane discovered that her wallet was missing. So you can do it with humans, and let's check if I can do it with the machine as well. So it says truest experience. It says urban pickpocketing, lost variables, stressful situation, and police report in a big city. Similar associations as a human would have, especially with regard to pickpocketing. And the nice insight about this kind of task is the original sentence that is not related to pickpocketing, but the machine understands it, or it thinks at least it understands it as a human. Now, when I would have asked you, there's a high chance that you also have something like theft or pickpocketing, because the overall association created by the sentence is related also to pickpocketing. Another example, more about viewing. So one of the tests I'm quite often run is about that I use a brand logo and I blur it out. Every 0.3 seconds, I make it a little bit clearer. Then I can identify how good is the logo itself. But for example, also when people get in contact with a brand, they should recognize the logo earlier. So and here's an example with Samsung. Samsung changed its logo 5 or 6 years ago, and it's quite bad. So when I test it out with in my studies, quite often it's not working really well. And here, let's see what the machine is saying about that. So I have 10 pictures. That's the maximum I can do in ChatGPT. So the first one, 10% probability, etc., etc. So, for example, this is a really bad one. If you would use that, for example, in logo of Amazon or eBay, you would start with 50 or 60%. Like a real human is doing that, because even though it's blurred out, the colors are so distinctive that you can recognize it quite easily. Before I needed to interview or ask people, now I can use the AI to do the same task. And it's going to work. Academic shows it as well. It's also a great study, and one of the favorite by Carsten, to demonstrate we can use synthetic data to mimic human behaviors or perception. Right? This is it for the automotive industry, and we can see, especially when you check those both large language model pairwise and human pairwise, almost the same perceptual pattern we can identify. So yes, System 3 with AI we can use for research, for generating insights. This was an external perspective. Internal perspective would be here. For example, I would like to create a short market or brand analysis for a new brand that wants to position itself in the premium luxury headphone sector, avoid additional tasks, just to make sure that it's not running out of energy. I use Agent GPT. It's an autonomous AI agent. It defines tasks, other AIs are solving the problem, another AI is checking the quality, and then it goes on and goes on till the task is finished, or till the goal is reached. And it looks like that. It thinks, it defines the task. And from this point on, around 25 minutes it would take to have the final solution. And the final solution would be, for example, I get a market analysis and a brand analysis. Now I can use this kind of information to put into ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, please, for example, based on the attached market analyzer, please define the brand positioning for a new brand, premium brand with a high market potential in terms of the headphone market. And here's the result. It's a little bit quicker. And from this point on, I can create a product with high quality. Here I used Midjourney, so I put into the positioning I defined or I developed via ChatGPT, based on the input by Agent GPT. Then I created logos via ideogram. Then I created a key visual for a social media post. Then I created sound logo, like a jingle, as well as the voice over. And then I created, based on the picture, I created a small video, and it looks like that.
Cruising through sunny California, but the real luxury? My Autolux headphones.
Autolux, experience sound redefined.
2 hours, 30 minutes. I asked another AI if it's a good post, social media video. I said, nah, maybe you have to change one section would be only the product and the logo. Okay, I said, I understand that.
Cruising through
let's
sunny
recreate.
California, but the real luxury? My Autolux headphones.
Autolux, experience sound redefined.
Quite easy now, right? So usually you take ages, more or less, 2 weeks. Many people with many knowledge have to be implemented to create something like that. And now it's me with my AI. System 3. System 3. Last example, external perspective, digital consumer twins. This is based on the research I run together with Dirk, and stay tuned. There will come up a lot of more in the near future. We have published a paper, it will come out next week, Planung Analyse. So, and what have we done here? So we first of all defined the machine with the focus on the theory of mind. So what kind of concept understanding, consumer understanding we would like to implement. And here in this case we use the morphological deep psychology. Then in the next step we run different kind of qualitative interviews. Dirk was running that. And based on the learning, we teach the machine on top. Last step, we fine-tune the machine. Even though now the machine knows what kind of people are there, in this case with regard to the carbon compensation while flying, the machine tends to tell too much. Usually people say something between 80 to 120 words, and the machine easily can say something like 250 words. Same story with regard, why have you done that? The machine, quite easy, says first point, second point, and third point. It's nothing like we, naturally speaking. That's why we have to redefine in the last step. So how does it look like? Here we have this skeptical frequent flyer. I'm going to ask him, did you book a CO2 or carbon compensation while booking a short flight, all flight? And he says, he says no. Now I usually skip carbon compensation when booking a short-haul flight, and because he doesn't believe into it. For him, it's not really transparent. And the same story, you can confirm that, was revealed by your interviews taking 90 minutes, right? So next step, we pass the Turing test. It's a quite important test, because otherwise if the decision maker doesn't trust it's coming like or it's speaking like a human, we might have to get in trouble. The question was here: how do you feel when you book a short-haul flight? You can see the response by one of the humans. On down, you can see the response by by the AI, and we can see the same similarity in terms of, it's rather or very likely like a human being. So Turing test passed, perfect. Last step, but once you have learned or teach the digital twin, you can use it to evaluate concepts. This is a concept by Lufthansa. It explains why to fly in a sustainable way. And we ask now the machine, or in this case the digital twin, I uploaded it as a picture. What comes to your mind when you read the following explanation about carbon 2 compensation? And here we go. When I read that, I kind of feels like they're trying to mix two strategies, etc., etc. And he says, I'm still skeptic about that, and I'm not really convinced about the explanation. Another step would be now, for example, what kind of explanation you would need, that you have more trust, more confidence into that. So that's a nice thing about now. As a marketeer, I can work on a daily basis with that. I have a permanent consumer dialogue, so to say. Yeah, the AI future will be fascinating, and I would like to finish with Kahneman, because we heard it a lot of times today, and I misused his framework. He says, clearly AI is going to win. How people are going to adjust is a fascinating problem. In this case, thank you very much for your attention. And if you would like to know more about the digital twins, first of all, read the paper, which comes out next week in the Planung Analyse. And second of all, reach out to me or to Dirk. And more to come. Thanks.
All right, and thank you, Steffen,
Yes.
for this very interesting talk. Now again, it's time for the Q&A. Is my mic working? I'm not sure.
No, it's not.
Okay, then let's just speak a bit louder. Again, it's time for the Q&A. If anybody has a question to pose, Now is the time.
Who is Systems 3R? There's a question.
Yes. In the back, Philip.
Ja, ich greife mal das von vorhin auf. In der Forsa denken wir in Szenarien, die konkurrieren, dass wir nicht wirklich in die Zukunft schauen können, sondern wir können vorstellen, was plausible Zukünfte sind. Ja? Und vor dieses böse Wort
oder auf Englisch.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. In my profession, foresight, we always have scenarios and futures in the plural. Not one future, because we cannot really predict the future, but only plausible future pathways, which is difficult in accelerated time as now. Yuval Harari just said, if you have a kid, you cannot tell what the world will be in 20 years and what to study, what to do in school, etc. You just cannot do it, and this Yuval Harari, not me. Now, the one thing is collapse, a very black scenario. But of course, there will not be a collapse, because we are in an economical system where the ecosystem of marketing and advertising is competing. It's a competitive system. So the other scenario is there you have more high quality. For instance, you have personalized virtual realities instantly for people to have a very personal experience with a brand. That is very effortful and takes a lot of expertise, and so a lot of people will still have jobs. But on the other hand, you will have all kind of lower marketing segments where you indeed have marketing as a commodity. What do you think about this thesis? That we have a strong split between high brands and a lot of commodification of the marketing process on the other end.
Yeah.
That is in parallel, so to speak.
Okay. So my expectation for the future will be that we have a strong merge between marketing research and marketing, right? So that's something which comes up naturally. So right, and we can see that probably head of marketings are going to use AI-based insights tool, and also around very good insights manager are going to use marketing tools to create something like a social media post, right? Quite easily. Second of all, we will see that people without skills will leave the place. That means also agencies without any kind of specific knowledge. Knowledge means in terms of brand management, for example, strategic brand knowledge. It's not about to generate content that the machine is doing. I'm going to do the strategic part, right? This is my human responsibility and my decision making on that. So, but at the end, we will see what's going on. I'm quite happy about the development of AI, because I always was thinking about, I would like to support not only the big brands like Rivella, one of my favorite clients, right? I would also try to help or support the bakery around the corner. When it comes to pricing, when it comes to, maybe you would also like to create a social media post to attract more consumers, whatever it is, right? And now we have the wording was before by Dirk, as I guess, some kind of democratization. I'm not a fan about the word democratization in this regard, but it's like that. So it's got more available to more companies, to more people. So that's my expectation for the future in terms of merging different kind of brands, markets, whatever it is.
All right, not an easy question, but yeah, very insightful answer. Yes, next question, please.
As always, very interesting. My question goes, we in the past had those when it comes to automation problems, like trust in automation, is it well calibrated to the actual performance of the automation? What about complacency? What are your proposals for practitioners to deal with those limitations of AI? Because clearly sometimes the AI is also wrong.
Yes.
So
absolutely, it can be wrong. Nobody will be ever 100% precise. But my insight about that, or my experience about that, is that the AI-based insights are more often real. That means, for example, we have run a study when it comes to lunch at work. And we built insights just based on AI. Then we had the expert knowledge by the company, and then we had the study about that. Who was most precisely in terms of which kind of new concepts attract more people? The AI. Why? Because they learn from the big data, from the web, where people talk, experience, share their feelings, etc., etc. The big question at the end will, how do we combine that? And a very good colleague of mine, Reto Hochstetter, he now is the professor at the University of St. Gallen. We created now something like, it's not only to push a button. In the background, we define the brand book, hopefully based on causal AI, right? So we define the style book. And then the regular employee like EY is one of the clients of him, and now just need to press a button and he gets a fine-tuned advertisement for EY, for internal usage as well as for external usage. But it's a definition behind what kind of automation you have combined. So I think most people won't capable to do that, but other people will that and provide services where you have this kind of AI systems. I mean, now I was the one who put the pipeline, and in 2 years we will see that the pipeline will be automated. So it doesn't, I just define the pipelines once and then it's finished and the AI is going it on your own. That will be the future from my experience.
All right.
Carsten has no questions? So, just a quick advertisement. If you would like to know more about that, go to the KI Garage.
That is also the perfect transition for the next talk, I think. Yeah, thank you so much, Steffen.
I also advertise.
So,
Right.